Despite all the nerfs, the Cayo Perico Heist is still considered one of the best moneymakers in GTA Online. This video will show you the route I use to get the most out of Cayo Perico solo while obtaining the Elite Challenge bonus. For those who don't know, the Elite Challenge requires you to have full bags, complete the heist without alerting any guards, have no failed hacks, and to do it all under 15 minutes. Accomplishing this awards you $50,000 on normal and $100K on hard mode. Alright, let's take a look at our setup options here. For approach vehicle, we're going to choose the long fin because it is the fastest boat. Infiltration point, we want to go main dock. Compound entry, drainage tunnel. Escape point doesn't really matter. Could pick any one. Time of day also doesn't really matter. I just chose night here because that's my preference. Weapon loadout, you want to make sure you got suppressors on your weapons. And let's hop right into it. Now I do want to reiterate that this is a hard mode run and we are going for the Elite Challenge, which is why we chose the long fin here, with the reason being that it's very fast. Though the handling is pretty crap, it allows us to go from the airstrip to the drainage tunnel very quickly. So to start things off, we're going to throw our boat in reverse. We do this because the handling isn't that great. It's better to do this than to try to force a left turn while moving forward. You'll also notice that I pass a guard right there on the boats. That's perfectly fine. They will not be alerted. Just make sure you don't bump into them or shoot them or anything like that. Another thing I'd like to add here is to watch how you park your boat. It can start drifting, so park it in such a way that you can get back on it quite easily. As we're walking alongside here, watch out for that guard on that right side there on the radar. His cone of vision can sometimes sneak up on you. We'll be taking out this guard over here. He should be relatively safe to kill. You used to be able to take out all the guards as long as nobody sees them, or if you don't get spotted, but as of the latest update, killing certain guards will alert others no matter what, so just be mindful on who you take out. One of the requirements for the Elite Challenge is to leave the heist with full bags, and this hangar is mostly how we'll achieve this. It contains 2 rooms, one upstairs, one downstairs. And in this particular run, we have coke upstairs and in a nearby warehouse. Coke is the most valued secondary in a solo run, so we're just going to grab the coke here. Coke takes about half your bag space, while weed takes about a third, and cash takes about a quarter. So for a full bag, you could hit 2 coke targets, or 3 weed targets, or 4 cash targets. Or you could mix and match them. Priority order is going to be coke, followed by weed, followed by cash. So as I said earlier, I'll be hitting up the nearby warehouse to top off my bag, but if you like, you can fill up in this hangar right here and not have to go to the warehouse. Doing this would save you quite a bit of time, and you could go ahead and skip this step and head straight to the boat if you choose to do that. Now the warehouse is going to be a little bit trickier as we're going to have to kill a guard in a specific position. If we don't kill him in that position, he's going to alert the other guards. We're going to go ahead and climb up on the roof, like so, and take out the guard across. We want to make sure that he's in that specific spot when we take him out. Otherwise, it'll raise the alarm. Take out that camera there. And you want to look at your minimap now, and look at that guard to the north there. You want to make sure you're outside his cone of vision. I find that sometimes he'll spot you, sometimes he won't. Even though you're inside a warehouse, it doesn't make sense, but that's how it's been for me. So just to be safe and consistent, just avoid his cone of vision entirely. Once you do that, you are free to loot the contents of this warehouse. So now with our bags full, we're ready to head straight to the primary target. We can hop the fence this way here, and hopefully our boat hasn't drifted too much. This is why we park it in such a way that it doesn't drift that much. Okay, it hasn't. That's great. And this is why we chose the longboat. because we need to go now from here all the way to the drainage tunnel, which is quite a ways, and time is of the essence. You also want to be careful that when you're turning your longboat around here, you don't want to get it stuck on the land. I bricked a few runs just getting the longboat stuck there and had to restart. Alright, we're finally at the drainage tunnel. You want to put your rebreather on. So on PC, that's the letter G, and on controller, it's the left D-pad. And this here is pretty standard. You just cut the grate. I like to do a time check here personally. Usually if you're between 5 to 7 minutes at around this point, you're pretty good. And this here is pretty straightforward. All you gotta do is hover the cutting tool over the green bars until they don't turn green anymore.
Perfect. As we say in Navy, you want the element of surprise? Choose least hygienic option. Now, enjoy your little swim, yes?
So we finally entered the villa here. And what you need to do is to closely follow the route that I'm going to be taking after this cutscene. As soon as this cutscene ends, we need to start moving. And we need to do that in order to avoid detection from any patrols or guards with the route that we're currently taking here. Alright, cutscene has ended, so we want to get moving immediately up these stairs, make a left, hang right at this hallway here so to avoid the detection, make a left, make another right here, go up these stairs, watch the guard there up on the left, he's patrolling back, so now we can move up these stairs, and killing this guy is optional, you don't have to. Now this next guard you can do one of two ways. This run we killed him. If you do decide to kill him, make sure you kill him before he turns, that way you don't alert him. And we'll show you the alternative way here. So here we won't be doing any killing at all. What we're going to do is we're going to go up right against this wall like this, and then let the guard walk right past us. Once he does that, we'll then walk right behind him and he'll never see us. The kill method is tied on timing, so if you're having troubles pulling that off, you can use this method right here as it's more consistent. Alright, now we're in the office, almost there. Grab this vault here. Sometimes the money's good, sometimes it's bad. Either way, it's a freebie, so no reason not to get it. And now on to the hacking, my least favorite part of the heist. Another requirement of the Elite Challenge is to not fail any hacks. And to be fair, this hack isn't that hard to fail. We are on hard mode, so we do have 4 hacks we have to do. Normally it's 3 on normal, but all in all, it's still pretty easy. All you have to do is match up the fingerprints. You got a reference picture. What I like to do is take the top one and then count down as I'm going down. So the top one will be 1, and then for the second one, I align it to the first image again, and then count down 2, and then 3, and 4, so on and so forth. Some of them can be a little tricky, as I think on this particular one I get juked a little bit, but you know, not that big of a deal. All in all, you have plenty of time to complete these hacks, so you know, don't rush it, don't panic, just you know, go through it slowly if you need to. Alternatively, if you really don't like this particular hack in this room, if you get a key from killing one of the guards, which is, you know, kind of RNG, you can do a hack that only requires 2 fingerprints at the bottom of the cellar. But that's not reliable enough to kind of depend on, since, you know, sometimes you'll get a key, sometimes you'll get a key card, sometimes you won't get anything when killing a guard. In this particular run, we were pretty lucky. We managed to get the pink diamond there, which is worth the most as a primary target. Usually it's most likely going to be either tequila, bonds, or a necklace. And for the cutting here, what I find is to just hold it down until just below heat, let it cool down almost all the way, and then go up to max again, And do that about 4 times and you should be good. Now the escape route could kind of be tricky depending on the timing and the guard's positioning, so you'll just have to pay attention on the minimap on where they're at. Sometimes this door doesn't open, it's a bug, just simply walk into it and it'll open by itself. If you didn't kill the guard here, you could simply walk past him the same way that we walked past him the first time in the alternative route. And here you want to pay close attention to the minimap. 2 things to consider are the cones of vision of the Juggernaut and the red cone guard. You want to make sure that the way is clear before moving forward here. Once that guard passes, we want to hop the railing, make sure we're not in the cone of vision of the Juggernaut down there. Climb the stairs, and you want to take a wide turn to avoid the vision of the guards here. As soon as you hit the objective point and interact with it, you should be fine. Now if you've done everything correctly up until this point, you should have full bags, 0 hacks failed, and are undetected. Alright, on to the final stretch of the run. We're almost done. What we want to do is start off by heading out to this motorcycle here, tap that guard there, jack the bike, make a U-turn, and we want to drive right past that guard. Don't worry, he won't hear us as long as we're behind him. And this is why escape points don't really matter, because we're always going to escape this way via the sea. We just make the jump here on our bike and we should be home free. Don't forget to put on your rebreather here, and what you want to do is just swim out towards the edge of the map and it'll eventually fade to black and have a mission complete. Sometimes you'll get a body detected message here and then, an alert will sound, but that doesn't really matter. You'll still be eligible for the Elite Challenge. And that's about it, guys. Should be an easy Elite Challenge. We should have a decent amount of time left over, as I don't think we've, dilly-dallied that much. Our numbers here are going to be particularly high because we did have a pink diamond for our primary and coke as our secondary, both of which are not very common. So let's take a look here. 1.6, and then we should get a 100k bonus from the Elite Challenge. Under 15 minutes, 0 hacks failed, full loot bags, and there's our challenge. Thank you very much. Hope this video helped you guys out, and I'll catch you on the flip side.